What's up, you guys? This is Jago2 back with another video. It's like the third time I'm making this video. It's like my computer has not even saved me recording this video. Kind of annoying, but what's up, you guys? If you saw the title and the thumbnail, then you know I'm going to be discussing the New York Knicks. And in this video today, I gotta keep it real because the New York Knicks have definitely been one of the hottest teams right now in the NBA with a 9-game winning streak, and they definitely have beaten some pretty solid teams during that stretch. Some wins pretty big, some fairly small, but a lot really has to do, in my opinion, is their fourth quarter play. Not to mention, they've just improved across every statistical category during this stretch. The Knicks are a very complete team, but I got to go back a little bit in the past. Let's go back 2 years ago when the Knicks, they around this time, especially about 2 years ago, I believe. This is when they started going and got a kind of a winning streak then with Julius Randle, and really him solidifying himself as one of the best players on this team, and really, helping them go on a great winning stretch. That Knicks team back then were more so known for what their defense. That was really mainly their identity. They weren't really the strongest offensive team, but they could play some solid defense. And they had Derrick Rose, they had Julius Randle, Emmanuel quickly was a rookie, I believe, playing pretty well. They had RJ Barrett, they had Mitchell Robinson. They had some of those key core guys who are still on this team today. And of course, they go up against the Atlanta Hawks and just kind of disappoint because we were kind of expecting more from them in that series, but they just couldn't get it done on the offensive end. And then what did they do in that free agency? They improve on their weaknesses. They go out and they acquire better offensive players. They get Evan Fournier, they get Kemba Walker, but it really wasn't quite enough for them, and they finished the year with a 37-45 record. And now they go into this off season and they get Jalen Brunson in free agency, which was the main talk for the longest time for that Knicks team. Getting Jalen Brunson, they all wanted him really bad, and they finally got him on there. Not to mention, of course, during the trade deadline, they acquire Josh Hart as well, which is another really key piece for this team, and why I believe now they're one of the best teams, because Josh Hart, he brings a lot of great defense effort. He's not a bad offensive player. He's not the greatest, but he's not a bad offensive player. He's also a really great rebounder for his size. And yeah, Knicks have been undefeated since they have acquired Josh Hart as well on this New York Knicks team. But let's talk about the Knicks and their fourth quarter play, because that has really been one of the major improvements for this New York team and why they are really, where they are now. They've had a better ability to now close out games. Most of the season, the Knicks were really struggled to close out games. They were, in February, they were ranked 23rd in fourth quarter points in scoring, 23rd in field goal percentage, 25th in assists, 18th in plus and minus, and 27th in opponents' rebounds allowed in the fourth quarter. And not to mention, Julius Randle definitely struggled especially in isolation. He was shooting around 28% in the clutch, and he had around a lot of turnovers as well. He had the 8th most turnovers, I believe, out of any player in the league during that time. And the Knicks, just overall, they were not playing really good in the fourth quarter. I mentioned they had Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, and RJ Barrett on the floor in the fourth quarter closing out games, and they did not play very well. They're some of the worst defenders on the court for the Knicks, and that was another big problem, especially for them in their rotation. And now, looking at it now where the Knicks are, they have fixed those issues. The Knicks, they rank 10th in the NBA with 28.8 points in the fourth quarter on 50% shooting, which is the 7th best in the NBA. They ranked 6th in fourth quarter plus minus, while also ranking 5th in fourth quarter rebounding and 19th in assists. Much improvement for the Knicks. And Julius Randle as well has definitely played a lot better in the fourth quarter. Randle is now shooting 40% from the field in the clutch, 45.5% from 3 in the clutch. Of course, is around the last few minutes in the game, as we all know, in the clutch. And he's also turning over the ball less during that span as well. And you pair that with Jalen Brunson, who's also shooting very well from the field at around 71.4% in the clutch, which is the 10th best clutch plus minus out of anybody in the NBA. The Knicks have been playing very, very well. Not to mention, just looking at them all across the charts, ever since after the All-Star break and all, they've just been playing very, very well. Have the 5th best offensive rating in the NBA this season and the 14th best defensive rating and a net rating that is 7th as well in the entire NBA. And you got to really give credit to Tom Thibodeau this year, for making the right changes for this Knicks team and really helping them play at a very solid level. Because I can't lie, last year, they were definitely on the hot seat. He was definitely on the hot seat last year, and they really were seen as an afterthought, even coming into this year. Acquiring Jalen Brunson, not a bad move, but he's definitely come in and really helped this Knicks team. Not to mention, of course, Julius Randle is definitely playing very, very better, and RJ Barrett is playing at a very, very high level as well. They're best top 3 players on this team. But I also believe, of course, that a major part of their success is, of course, their recent found success in the 4th quarter and playing better. Playing against the Celtics. They've beaten the Celtics 3 times this year, and last night that game went to double overtime. But they were able to close out that game and really play solid all around. I mean, Emmanuel Quickly, even without Brunson, played a very, very good game when they needed that from him. Now, the Knicks are 5th in the Eastern Conference. They're just 1 game behind the Cleveland Cavaliers for that 4th spot, and they definitely are, I think their ceiling this season is making it to the semifinals of the playoffs. I think that is their ceiling for this year. I think the talent in the East is just really strong, very, very strong. And the Knicks, they have a chance, but I believe that them making it to the second round is actually a successful season for them, because we all know they haven't been out to the first round in a long time. And really looking at their team, they have a good future, and really, it's really good when the Knicks are good in the NBA. The league is very entertaining when the Knicks are actually playing good, because it's something now that you just don't really expect from them. And when you look at their roster just all around, man, they're just loaded. They have a lot of depth. They have a lot of talent. This is a deep team, and they are a very exciting team to watch. But that's all I really have to say, though, for the New York Knicks. I mean, I know Stephen A. Smith is happy, even though he got checked by Kendrick Perkins. But still, the Knicks, they're a really good team really this year. And it's going to be interesting to see how they do play in the postseason. They definitely are making it into the playoffs. Definitely see how longer this winning streak will last for them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this brief video today. Hope you have a great day. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Peace.